Good afternoon, it is Monday, March 6th, and you are looking at a live view of Auriga on the pad as it awaits its on-time liftoff for the Space Test Program 27AE-1 mission with a co-passenger satellite of Amber IN-1, both headed to low Earth orbit. The primary payload, the USSF satellite, will not detach from the upper stage, although the Amber satellite and its adapter will. Instruments will be deployed, however. The secondary payload for this mission, Amber IN-1, is a collaboration between Amber Space and a subsidiary company, Axis Space Systems. The satellite's goal is to test systems for the Infinity Spacecraft Engine in a subscale way. We have modified our launch procedures using what we learned from the last mission, and you may have noticed that the strong back is already in its retracted position. This is part of those changes. I'd like to mention two things. The first is that team may have noticed that the vehicle appears shorter for this mission. That is because we are utilizing a shortened fairing to allow for the same performance while there is some unused payload volume. The second is about the first stage booster supporting this mission, and it is B5102. It is a brand new booster and will attempt a return to launch site landing following stage separation. It will be reused for the GPS Space Vehicle 04 in the following weeks. This will demonstrate our new launch system's reusability feature for the first time. Alright, now, let's watch as Launch Vehicle 18 takes two satellites into orbit for the United States Space Force and Amber Axis Space. If you are just joining us, we have had a successful liftoff and are going through maximum aerodynamic pressure, the point where the stress on the rocket is at its peak. Soon the first stage engines will be cut off and staging will occur where the first and second stage is separate from one another. The first stage is now performing its boost back burn to set up for a landing, while the second stage continues to orbit nominally. and the fairing has separated, exposing the satellites to the vacuum of space as the Methelix engine continues burning. Stage 1 is now re-entering the Earth's atmosphere, where it will conduct an entry burn to slow itself down so it doesn't burn or break up. The second stage continues to operate as planned. Those grid fins and RCS thrusters helping to guide the first stage back home.
And you can see it descending there with the landing zone in the background. It's amazing to think of what's happening. That is coming back from space with live footage. It is approaching the landing zone now.
Landing
You're
legs
seeing on the screen, landing legs deployed. As it softly touches down successfully on LZ1. Congratulations, Falcon.
The Falcon has landed once again, landing zone 1 in.
So it looks like the clouds are just beginning to break there, making for a pretty picture-perfect landing. No video from the ground like we'd expected earlier, but we did get great video all the way down. So right now, the second stage looks like it's also proceeding normally.
With a successful orbital insertion, secondary payload adapter separation, and instrument activation, we will bring our webcast to a close. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.